All right, seventh inning stretch here with you on a Saturday afternoon. Got Logan Stone with me. We got a lot to get into today. We're going to get into the Red Sox. How serious of a threat are they after kind of an interesting after one of the hottest streaks ever in baseball? We'll get to the Cubs, Astros a little bit. Oh yeah, and I think there's this Baez kid we might need to hit on as well. So seventh inning stretch start now.
Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. It's gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez. Major League history at Wrigley Field.
Unreal, Logan. Unreal Saturday here with the Cardinals obviously getting off to the unreal start with Mr. Baez there. 3 homers and three at-bats. 5 RBIs on the day for the St. Louis Cardinals. Unbelievable stretch of baseball here with it. We got a lot to get into. Like I said, the Red Sox were kind of the top of the thing. Cubs I wanted to get into as well. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Baez steals the show today for the Cardinals as they win 8-4. With Mr. Blaze hit a home run as well for him. So all the young guys stepping up for the Cardinals on this day. Obviously, this isn't a Cardinals podcast, but they stole the show of the day to start out with. So before we get into the Red Sox, Baez sets an MLB record with 3 home runs in his debut first pitch bomb as well. Logan Stone, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. So I was telling you guys this, and I was kind of – because the Cardinals' atmosphere was that he was he was going to get called up sometime this year, either yesterday or sometime in September. And so we were kind of gearing up for it. And so I started looking him up, and, I was kind of discouraged by some of the numbers. He had a lot of he had a lot of home runs. I mean, he had 36 home runs, I believe, in 32 home runs in AAA, which is massive. He's leading the AAA guys in that. But he had a lot of strikeout numbers. Like his strikeout percentage was 30%, I believe. And so that was a little discouraging. So he gets called up, and I was pretty impressed by not just the home runs, because, I mean, by golly, the first person to ever debut with 3 home runs ever. Yeah. And it was crazy. I like the way he was hitting the way he was hitting the home runs. First pitch was a home run 450 feet dead center. The second homer was he was down 0-2. Then he worked the count back to 3-2. And then he pulled it to left field. And then the last homer, it was opposite field on I think on the first pitch also. Yeah. Or maybe the second pitch.
No, he had 2 to the left, the third one over to right field there.
Yeah, and so that was pretty impressive that he was able to hit throughout the whole field, and he was also able to work the count. He wasn't just antsy up there after that first home run. And so I was pretty impressed by that. Obviously, he's not going to have a 5,000 OPS for the rest of his career, but it was pretty cool to see an opening day. And the interesting thing about Joshua Baez, he was drafted in 2021. He was probably top 10 prospect for about 2 years. Yeah. And then in 2024, he got dropped down all the way to outside of the top 30 prospects. And so he was ruled considered a non-prospect. He wasn't getting out of high A ball or single A ball. And so,
well, I don't think he agreed with that one today.
Yeah. So then in 2025, he turns it around, and he flies up to the minor league system, and I mean, he's been awesome since 2025. So it's cool to see the kid. I mean, it seems like he's been down there forever. But I mean, 1,800 plate appearances in the minors? Unreal. That's pretty spectacular. So, Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cool to
I kind of
see.
mentioned that age though to you, that fact, like the 23 when they say
Yeah.
that as well. Tyler kind of jumping on here with it. I also want to get his first home run up here because this is the one where if you're a fan, you're like, I mean, this wasn't a little cheapy. Let's put it that way. By anyways, here Baez with his first career home run to start out for the Cardinals. We're talking about him, Mr. McGurk. Anybody joining us right now on Variety Sports Network 7th inning show? Baez, I just tweeted about it. Join us. We're going to start the show with him a little bit today. Here's his first pitch he's seeing tonight.
Swing and a high fly belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout.
What a call, by the way, too. That was a great call.
Yeah,
that one as well. I mean, Tyler, you see, I mean, a little bit of a bomb, 450, that first pitch. You see
110 off the bat, I think, too, right?
I mean, to say it just for the rest of your life. Yeah, I went 450 first pitch from that bat. Yeah. McGurk, that's pretty damn good.
I mean, what a first game. Three home runs. First time to ever do that. I mean, on a bigger picture, him and Blaze on the left side of the diamond at 23 years old. Some of the Cardinals have to be like, at least we have something to look forward to. Where a lot of these teams who are like middle of the road, the Cardinals have been struggling the last couple of years, obviously. Great franchise as far as the history of Major League Baseball goes. Gives you something to cheer for, something to look forward to in these coming years.
Yeah.
It's good for baseball. And this Josh, wow, what a performance today. That pitch wasn't even like a terrible pitch. It was outside, a little in maybe on the outside corner, but to pull the ball and hit at 450, maybe a little Wrigley wind aided, but still just an absolute bomb from a 23-year-old shortstop. Great game.
I think it said it was 110 off the bat too. So that's encouraging too. Like you don't see a lot of rookies have an exit velocity like that. So that was nice.
He's not built skinny. He's got some he's got like you can see him in like 8 years from now being bigger. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. Like, and sometimes those guys take a little while. Sometimes we saw that with Judge. Just it wasn't like here at 20 years old tearing it up. It took get a little power, develop it, and he becomes a better hitter. But man, whenever you have something like never been done in the big leagues before, it's hard to not start there with the show, especially when it just happened an hour ago. And the Cardinals have dropped off a little bit, but like to your point, Tyler, I think if you're a Cardinals fan, you have him, you have Blaze, you have JJ, and you got some guys that you're really building around now, and you can kind of see what the Cardinals were thinking in the offseason a little bit. Yeah, it would have been nice for them. Obviously, we talked about to get some guys earlier too, but then you get some guys from the May trade that you like too. They're still gonna have to figure out a little of the pitching, but the offense looks quite bright. Let's put it that way.
Well, the pitching is a top 10 pitching rotation in MLB right now. That's
but would you say they have I just don't see the stars like they have
no.
they
no,
do
they don't. And I mean,
top 10, top 10, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, like Kyle Leahy has been really good. He's been having a sneaky season. Michael McGreevy, he had three unearned runs today, but he didn't allow another run the entire game. And so, it's crazy. Like, I was listening to this interview with Ollie, and he had, this excitement, and he said, it's so nice because for years, Cardinals fans have been hearing, just be patient with us from John Mozeliak, and nothing new happened. Yep. And Chaim Bloom said, listen, I know you heard this before, but be patient. and he said, and Ollie said, it's so nice and so cool to see, we're not just coming to the game, hoping that we win. We're getting closer and closer to the prospect of us going into a game and knowing that we're going to kick butt at the game too. We have these players, the farm system, the pitching that they have down in the minors. They have this Liam Doyle guy that's number 30 in the top 100. Genty, or I can't remember his name. Jerpy, that's his name.
Wow, Shetler and Herpy on the same team. That'd be a lot for me to handle right there. That'd be
Herpy and Dick Fitz. Yeah,
that'd be a lot for me. Yeah, whatever
But,
happened to Dick Fitz? Whatever happened to him? Where's he at?
He's in the minors. But I mean, some of these guys that they have coming up, I mean, they're really exciting. They have this. They have their number one prospect is a catcher, and he's supposed to come up next year, and he's supposed to be a power guy and I mean, great defensively. They're going to keep him down a little bit longer than they would JJ or Josh, not Joshua Baez, because he was there for 5 years, but they're going to keep him down there for a while just so he can develop the catching development better. And so, but then they also have this other catching prospect that's supposed to be awesome too. So it's the first time in a while that I've been excited for the future, and I'm not a big prospects guy. I don't believe prospects are real human beings until they prove themselves in the show, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
3 out. So the 3 out of the wild card right now. They kind of have that downfall. They're 62 and 51, or 62 and 61 right now. I think they're tied with the Phillies. They're tied with the Marlins right now as 3 behind, and you have the Phillies there sitting 4. So they would, and then the Diamondbacks as well are tied for that 3rd spot. So got to jump a couple teams there to make it in there. I mean, Tyler, I'd definitely rather see them in the Marlins. Let's put it that way. I'd probably rather actually maybe even see them into the Diamondbacks in some ways too. So just for entertainment value alone. But if you had to give you think they have any chance to sneak in, or you think the Phillies are going to be too much down the stretch?
The starting pitching at this point leaves. It seems like a lot of 3 and 4 starters. There's none of that top of the line like ace material. Obviously, some of these guys might develop into it at 25, 26 years old. The lineup is just exciting. We didn't even mention Jordan Walker. Some Cardinals fans after his first 2 years were like, trade him. He's done. Like, he's not the prospect we thought he was going to be. He's not a number 1 prospect. Sometimes it takes these power hitters a little longer to develop. And Josh Baez, he had his moments in the minor leagues where he struggled. He was a plus power guy, but he struck out too much. And there was some negativity even a year ago. Yep. And you just see the development and how this lineup with the young guys coming up. Starting pitching still leaves a little bit to be desired as far as that's absolute stuff. But they're the most exciting team out of the teams that are going to be the 6th or 5th seed or 7th seed in the NL wild card. I'd love to see this lineup just get more bats and just let baseball people watch them play baseball.
Logan, what do you think? Chance to make it?
No. I think either the Diamondbacks or the Phillies will.
Because 3 games, not a lot. I mean, it's not like
it's not. But the Diamondbacks, Phillies. I don't see the Padres slowing up. It's either going to be the Cubs or the Brewers right now.
The Cubbies here in a second.
Yeah. I mean, the Phillies are bad, but I don't think they're going to be so bad. Yeah. And I honestly, I still want them to tank the rest of the season. I want them to collect another top 5 draft pick. So
yeah. It'll be interesting how the Cardinals finish this season. But I mean, if you're a fan, I mean, this is what you. I mean, it's hard to get more fired up than 3 bombs.
I would definitely love to. And that's a weird thing too. Is Jordan Walker was the first Cardinal ever to win a home run derby. And then we also have Joshua Baez being the first player ever to hit 3 home runs in his debut. So it's like you, as a Cardinal fan, I haven't gotten this kind of stuff where, you break the weird records we never have guys who hit home runs on their first at bat. And
you guys win a lot of Gold Gloves. It's not. I get you. What a throw! From
defense can suck it. I know Josh is somewhere here. He can hear me say defense can suck it.
Oh man! Well, what a start to the Saturday that was with
right
when they're going there with it. That was exciting to watch. I mean, I got to give what's the announcer, right? Skip, right?
Chip Carey.
Chip Carey. That Skip was the dad, right?
The perv.
And the perv. That's what it was. I gotta say that first homer. That's a great call though as an announcer. I know it's a home announcer, whatever. That's a good call right there. That's gonna be one.
That third home run, he was like, "This is I've been doing this for over 30 years, I am speechless, and that's weird for me right now. I said,
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
it's crazy, man. Well, and guess what? Nobody else has either. So
Yeah.
it's a rarity there with it. So to the other team that wears red a little bit, this is where I was going to start. I want to jump to the AL real quick because I have a few storylines I want to hit you guys with. So the Red Sox were just out of this world, 27-3 stretch there, Tyler. One of the best 30 game stretches in MLB history. And then you have they broke their history record with their kind of little run there they had as well. They've lost 6 of 7 games though, right? They still have a 5-game lead in the wild card spot over the next spot. So they're probably going to be fine there as they sit as the second wild card spot. So you would think they're going to still get in the playoffs, especially with the way the AL is this year. So I guess the real question to me is, how much of a contender are they? Like, they don't have Anthony back. Maybe they get him back here a little bit. The Whitlock went on the DL, who's been a good 8th inning guy for them recently, to go with Chapman. When you lose, for me, it was when they lost 2 out of 3 against the A's. I was like, that's not good. When you like, so I was like, that's not good. So I still believe in them. The center fielder, the name's escaping me right now. That guy can go get it in center field. My gosh, what a defender he is. And he's swinging the bat this year a little bit too. Was involved in a wild play this week. We might get into as well. Learn to tag up. So you got those type of things. And so I guess, McGurk, where do you see them at? I mean, we've talked them a little bit this year, but they were so bad earlier. We kind of ripped on them a little bit, but like, they have the Chapman angle there. The offense has been pretty consistent. They got some like kind of guys that aren't necessarily the way I look at Red Sox. You're buying this free agent type of guys, like Abreu stepping up in right field for them. The Gold Glover over there. What do you kind of make of the Red Sox? Do you think they got? What do you give them as chances? So kind of as we head into the dog days for them right now too, 6-7.
I mean, they did go on that 27-3 streak, which is unprecedented since the Indians of the year they went to the World Series and lost to the Cubs. I believe it was that year anyway.
Yeah.
The bullpen seems fatigued. They haven't been able. The bullpen's been terrible the last 7 games. The lineup is good. I mean, if they get Roman Anthony back at any point, which isn't guaranteed, he hasn't been good when he did play this year, and he's been on a 60-day DL since the beginning of May.
I think he's out for the season.
Is he out for the year now?
Have they made that? I thought maybe they were still giving him a chance.
I thought I saw something that said Roman Anthony was out. I think Garrett Crochet was out too. Let me check real quick.
It says Anthony getting closer to rehab start is what it was on August yesterday. It says Anthony getting closer to rehab assignment as ramps up. Veteran shortstop Story working out in Boston, also approaching game time. I don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll go with that. I don't know if Trevor Story is short. You might lose something right now. We get Roman Anthony back, possibly. Go ahead, T. Keep going.
But I think when you're missing your second best reliever, Whitlock, who is a proven setup guy, even a closer at times, I mean, that's going to hurt. And then you're missing your ace, which is Garrett Crochet, who's been one of the nastiest pitchers since he was in Chicago when they were losing 120 games a year. Like, you always saw the stuff. He came to Boston. Did he win Cy Young last year? Or was he?
No,
he was right there.
That was terrible.
He could have won if they won a division or anything. His stuff and his stats are right there. You lose those 2 guys, it sets you back. They're still in it because they're the Red Sox and they find a way to just win games. The last week and a half has been bad, but there's something about these young guys in Boston that I just won't give up on. Are they the favorites? No, not at all. But I think they make the playoffs still.
Like in the AL, like they could make a World Series run, right?
Another edition of
like in the AL, they could make one. I mean, the Rays and the Red Sox, or the Yankees and the Rays are really the only other teams that that you would say are better than them.
Astros, right? Maybe White Sox.
We'll get into them next.
But like, can I out of Whitlock, Crochet, Casas, are those 3 of their top 10 players probably like all missing and they're still competing at this level? It gives you something to look forward to, even if they don't. And if they don't come, it's been how they've bounced back from 15 games under 500. I know they went 27-3 and now they've struggled, but maybe they're just a hot and streaky team. I just think that 27-3 streak gives me something to. Okay, there is something there where they can make a run, especially in the playoffs, because that's what you need. You get hot in October, all of a sudden you got a shot at that World Series.
And Durbin's been good for them as well. Thirdly, and then it's kind of funny because we were talking about the Cardinals before, and then they end up trading Contreras right in the offseason. So maybe it's worked out for better. Yeah, exactly. And I was going to go Sonny Gray too, as he's been great for him. Like he leads the AL, I think, in wins. Even like talk about a guy having a little second life over the last few years. You know, like he kind of thought he was dead a little, not dead. He had that bounce back with Cardinals, but like he had a little stretch there too, where I think he went to the Yankees, right? And then he kind of couldn't find it. Was
the Reds kind of,
too? Yeah, and he had some up and down years, but he seems to kind of really found it lately. And like I said, you have Contreras there as well, doing his thing. So yeah, just kind of a little bit of no name along the way. You know, that's kind of been getting the job done for them. Tracy obviously done a great job as the interim manager as well. Duran just suspended again for 2 games. For some remarks he made the other day towards a community, we'll put it like that. So he does that, and then he's so he gets suspended a couple games as well. So, and he, you know, he's kind of a hothead anyway. He's yelling at his own players for not tagging up on pop-ups to shortstop. So I don't know what, like sometimes he's a little erratic, it seems lately, but I don't know. Like they're a weird team for me, T. Like I'm kind of want to go all in on them a little bit. Like they kind of remind me a little bit of the Blue Jays a little bit from last year, with the fact that, but with a better closer. But like you know, it's like they I like the way they put at bats together. They don't necessarily have like Contreras is the main guy. Is he as good as Guerrero? Obviously not as last year, but like they have guys like that they constantly put pressure on the defense. With 2 outs, they're battling. With a guy on second, they're battling. I don't know. There's something like maybe it's just a little magic to the season. There's a Abreu guy. Abreu, it really has me kind of really even believing more in them a little bit. And then you have Rafael that like has really been great as well. I don't know. I just like some of these guys that they got, and they kind of given me that vibe a little bit, as not the Rays type, but they weren't dominant like that, but they've really come on and been one of the most dominant teams the last 3 months of the baseball season, Logan.
Yeah, I mean, and their rotation since middle of June has been really outstanding. A sub-3 ERA. Peyton Tolley has become the greatest player of all time. He's the new big sexy. Like Ranger Suarez has turned it on. Sonny Gray has, I mean, it seems like the older he gets, the better he gets, which is weird. That shouldn't work. Aroldis Chapman's awesome. Giovanni Moran has been really good. Garrett Whitlock, he just went on to the IL, but he's good. Brian Bayo, Justin Slayton, Tyron Guerrero. But then their offense, I mean, there's not one below average on-base percentage in this lineup. It's being led by Wilson Contreras, who has just under a 400 on-base percentage. I mean, Jaron Duran's awesome. Rafaela, Wilyer Abreu, Yoshida, who they wanted to trade. Connor Wong has been good. I mean, Connor Wong, who's going to be the catcher until Adley Rutschman gets in, and he's going to fit well into that lineup. That Siegler guy, he's an average on base guy, but he's done really well for them. Monasterio, who they got along with Caleb Durbin in the trade with the Brewers. And so like he's done really well. So, you know, it's funny, like last year and even this year, we were making fun of the Red Sox and Craig Breslow. Because they were making boneheaded trades, and I remember the offseason, I was like, they said they wanted an ace or a 1A pitcher to complement Crochet, and they went and got Sonny Gray. And I'm not going to give them too much, respect on that part, because I don't think they knew what Sonny Gray was going to be. But Sonny Gray has turned it around, and there's Peyton Tolley. So honestly, they're my favorites in the AL right now.
Whoa, favorites! That's a hot take.
I'm telling I like them right now. I think they're better.
You like them because I like them.
No, yeah, that's why. I think they're better than the Yankees right now. And
but even looking 2 months ahead, you still feel that way?
I think.
All right.
Are you trying to take some pressure off of your Yankees?
No. I think the Yankees should have had this season in the bag, but they didn't do anything at the trade deadline, and they screwed the pooch, honestly. So I hate them right now. So, but
and you got them as the best team. Man, that's good. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to be better than the Astros or the Rangers. They're definitely going to be better than the White Sox or the Tigers, or maybe the Guardians.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think they could beat the Rays in a series.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think you get Whitlock back. Crochet out for the year though.
I think Crochet is out.
Yeah, I know there was talking of him coming back in late September, but my guess, Tyler, maybe at that point he'd be a high leverage reliever, or maybe he goes early in games. But I don't think he's coming back throwing. I mean, I'd be surprised if he comes back.
He's supposed to maybe come back mid-September.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard. So we'll see what his Florida is. He would be a huge boost, obviously. Get somebody that.
He's gonna be an innings. Time. Yeah, he's definitely gonna have an innings limit, I'd imagine.
But in the playoffs, he's a lefty coming in. Just throw play.
He's an Andrew Miller leverage guy. Use him in the 4th and 5th when your starter doesn't, and you have this lefty who just has this nasty.
That's a good comparison there.
I think he could fill that role. Will they use him in that because they're paying him $400 million the next year and a half? I don't obviously not that much, but that contract, they're probably not going to want to utilize him in that way. They want to have some evidence that he's going to return fully healthy before they. They want to use him as a starter, but if they could, if that's what the GM, the front office and the coaches come, he could be a nasty middle reliever, whatever you want to use him as. Put him in high leverage situations, and I think the Red Sox have the ability with their offense, as inconsistent as it can be. If it gets hot in October, they're scary.
Tyler, we learned with him he might quit if he does. No, I'm scared. I will not throw these innings. This is not my
2 months into being a starting pitcher, and he was making those demands. I would have been like, oh, well, there's the door.
Yeah, don't let the way out. Just fascinating how baseball works too, right? You got a team that goes 27-3, and then lose a couple to the A's, you go 6-7, 6, you lose 6 out of your next 7. It's just funny how that works going forward with that. So, Red Sox.
I ask you guys a question about the Red Sox real quick.
Yeah, good.
Do you think if you were closer to the situation and that was your hometown team, that your best offensive players getting booed at home and kind of having excuse, maybe my leg was hurt, that's why I'm not running it. Would that be a big maybe?
I don't think it's a big deal
it because we're not in Boston. Or you think? You'd be we're still in a good spot.
I mean, he won the Hustle Award the year before. He literally won the Hustle Award the year before.
Is that the Clutch Award of the NBA?
But I mean, you're supposed to run at least 90% down the line on something like that. I mean, minimum, right? Minimum, if you're a star. But he probably ran at 23%. It was not it was a below effort run to first base on that one. I respect. That's why as much as I don't like Boston fans, I like them for that reason. They keep their players accountable for things like that once in a while. So I was okay with it, but I don't.
Yeah, but they're not worried about the roster and your leader is doing that.
I don't know. I think it was just a one-up. I don't know. I'm going to give him a little break on this one.
You think Durant's the leader?
No. Contreras.
Oh, Contreras. Oh,
because remember his effort down the first base.
Yeah, he's a nutcase though. So. I love him, but he's a nutcase.
Throwing helmets at pitchers. Yeah, no, he's a little. I think they just. I hear what you're saying, too. But that one for me, he was a real.
I don't even know how I feel about it.
It was a bad left for him.
Yeah.
If he does it again, then it's you have this. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. That's what I just thought was funny about the Hustle. Teammate of the year, and then next thing you're punching a guy. Draymond Green, teammate of the year. Jordan Poole does not agree. You got that with it. So. So Red Sox kind of in an interesting position there. The other AL team, I kind of wanted to get into was the Astros because They now, with their win last night off Walker's 3-run homer off Nunez to win the game, they're 63-60. They have their biggest lead of the season right now, sitting at 3 games. And so, like, Logan, me and you've gone back and forth on this team, like, kind of a few times. Like, you still think they probably should have gone all in with the trades, which I get what you're saying on that. I totally do. So, but if that's not the topic, though, I guess for me, I kind of want to bring to the table, are the Astros at all World Series contenders? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they have the guy going for a triple crown and the likely AL MVP. Obviously, one man doesn't win it. I get that. Walker has been good for them lately. We'll see what happens with some of their guys are getting back. The pitching hasn't been great this year. Sometimes I forget he's on the team as their closer there in Houston. I don't know. I mean, let me start with Tyler first on this one. Like, do you see them as any threat? I mean, it's baseball, so they can just walk Alvarez every time. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just the AL West. They suck. They'll be out in the first round. What's your thoughts on the Astros there?
No, I like the Astros a lot. I've always liked the Astros from their Keating days back 5 years ago, banging on trash cans. Are they as good as those teams? No. But they've been without Altuve. They missed Hunter Brown for the first 2 months of the season. Hunter Brown's back. Ime's been a little better as of late. His stuff is shown to be proven to be good in the MLB when he is consistent. He's a little too inconsistent. And then Lambert is probably the guy who has to pitch well in October if they want to go anywhere. Christian Walker's been great. I don't think you can walk Jordan all the time with the lefty-righty matchups. You can't just mix your relievers because of the lefty-righty with Jordan being the best hitter in the AL maybe outside of Judge, who's been hurt.
I think he's by far this year the best hitter.
Yes, he's been the best hitter this year. Judge, you would take over Jordan.
It would more than likely, yeah.
It's those two guys. But you have that in the middle. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said with the Red Sox, in October, if you get 3 starters in Ime, Hunter Brown, Lambert pitching a little better as of late, and then Altuve coming back in the last couple weeks. I mean, he hasn't been great, but he still is Jose Altuve. I think the Astros are scary. I wouldn't want to play them in October. They have a proven past. They have guys who have done it before. Obviously, it's a different set of characters than they had in the previous years. I wouldn't bet on them winning the World Series, but I'm not throwing them out as just an automatic, like, oh, they're in. That's an easy team we want to play in the first round. Because I would not want to play Jordan Alvarez and Hunter Brown in game 1. And then if you get down one game, here we go. Uh-oh. So I think the Astros are scary.
Do you think Jordan?
No, but I think I'd put them above anybody not named the Red Sox, Rays, anyone in the AL East. I would put them at number 4.
Logan?
I mean, it's the same thing. I don't see them getting past the wild card. I mean, they possibly won't even make it to the wild card. I mean, if the Rangers win, I mean, there's still a chance. I mean,
they've lost 4 in a row.
Yeah,
and they're not playing well. And they're playing the A's.
Yeah. So, but I mean, looking at their numbers, I mean, this lineup, there's only 2 guys who have more than 16 home runs. And that's Jordan Alvarez and Christian Walker, who's finally earning his contract that he's got. But I mean, they don't have a lot of power. Their on-base percentage is not great. Jeremy Pena is doing well, but he's kind of receding. Their rotation is not great. Hunter Brown has a 3.68 ERA, but I mean, he's only started 12 games. Tatsuya Ime has been horrible for them. Peter Lambert has been okay. I mean, they don't have a great rotation.
So how are they winning? It's just the AL West sucks?
They're not. Yeah, they have a really great bullpen.
Which
Josh
is good.
Hader has a sub-1 ERA. But like I don't know how they're winning. Maybe they're cheating again. But you would think that they would have better numbers.
Jordan Alvarez, though, Logan. I mean, you got to go here with it. Like this is why you couldn't trade him, though. I mean, he's literally could win the Triple Crown for the whole league. not just the American League. I mean, you win it for the whole league right now. He's one behind Schwarber and homers. He's a stud.
he's good. He's good. I would have think he'd get you a buttload of prospects in the trade deadline.
He would just be back to the Dodgers, who drafted him originally. That's the only team we could get. I mean, like, honestly, they're probably the only team that would have traded for him.
You think the Dodgers?
No, I don't know. Like, maybe the Dodgers, maybe the Brewers. It'd
be a perfect Giant fit.
It'd be a perfect Giant fit, of course. He would be. I just think that the one thing that you were to kind of piggyback off, I'll go back to you, Logan, is I get what you're saying in terms of the names have been down this year. You don't see the sexy performances that you're getting outside of Alvarez. They kind of seem like they're dead in the water a little bit. But the reality is they have like Paredes. He's a pretty good little hitter. He's a pretty good hitter as well. Like they have some guys that can do well in a short series. And then you have the monster, whether he's not hitting home runs or not, or you need those guys to step up. He's going to be on base. That's going to be the case. Like they're going to have opportunities there. And you mentioned the biggest thing. Their bullpen is good.
Yeah.
Like just win it. If you're winning after 5 innings, they have a good chance.
But I mean, and not to harp on this too much, but you and I both, the three of us know that the trade deadline, I mean, it's cool because you get to see new people and new places, but it's important. I mean, there's a reason why trade deadlines make or break teams, which is why I don't believe in the Yankees anymore because they didn't do anything. And the Astros did the same thing. They got Dalton Varsho. That was their big guy. And Dalton Varsho, I don't know why people like him so much. I seriously don't know why people like him, but he's got a 262 on-base percentage this year.
You've ripped out of 3 straight podcasts.
I hate Dalton Varsho, and I don't understand. Like, I try so hard to figure out why people like him so much. I don't understand when they traded Dalton from the Diamondbacks to the Blue Jays, they were like, oh, man, the Blue Jays are getting a great center fielder. And I'm like,
he was good.
His on-base percentage is crap. That doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, he's got no power. He's looked like Humpty Dumpty whenever he's running outfield. I mean, he's a fine defender, but gosh,
fine.
He's a fine defender.
You could say this about Dalton Varsho. Wherever he goes, they win. He was in Arizona, they went to the World Series. He was in Toronto, they went to the World Series. Now obviously I'm not putting the Astros in the World Series because that's crazy at this point. But the Astros do have a 7-8-9 in Hader, who's absolutely unhittable when he's on. They have Brian Abreu, who started off absolutely terrible, but he's been better. And then moved Ime to the bullpen, who has 80 Ks in like.
Oh, shut up! Sorry, not you, Tyler. Not you, Tyler. I'm sorry.
I like Varsho.
Dalton Varsho's first over.
He's a good Gold Glove defender. I think it was a good addition.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I wasn't telling you to shut up. I finally realized who he was. He was showing in the.
I gotta get his home run up there.
This is my new Yadier Molina. Dalton Varsho is now my trigger word.
It's like, let's trip you out with it. I don't know. Just the Red Sox and Astros, like as we get to the dog days here, I'm like, all right, we still got a lot of baseball left to play, but those are 2 teams I'm kind of watching as we move into this to the run here at the like kind of to October here with it. But
even
Alvarez,
my boy Okert has been pretty good for the Astros.
Yeah, he's been pretty good for you this year. He's been your boy there. But Tyler, if you had to guess, do you think Alvarez gets
Lamont Wade too?
Lamont Wade, yeah.
One of my bold predictions like 3 years ago is Lamont Wade's gonna hit 30 home runs a year.
Maybe 30 home runs, but the rest of his career. No, just kidding.
He's got 28 behind.
It was 28 is 30 the rest of his career for Lamont Wade. Do you think, real quick, Logan, Triple Crown, does he get it?
No.
Tyler?
Yeah, I think he does.
Man, what a performance! All time with that lineup around him too. It's not like he had he's not like we said, he's got the best hitters of all time around him this year. So
I mean, let's look at the number. In average, he's gonna win unless somehow Simpson passes him at 306. He's in 303. Alvarez has 36 home runs. The next closest is Caminero, who's right there at 35. That's going to be the biggest battle. And then runs batted in. It's an NL show with Yordan Alvarez. Like, you got Dingler. Do you trust Dingler getting more RBIs in it? Like, passing him in RBIs in Detroit? I don't think so.
I guess I should say better like this, my question. Because AL Triple Crown and NL Triple Crown, he could win the Major League Baseball Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Like, Schwarber's the only...
Well, if you're asking me that, I don't think he gets the whole Major League Baseball.
All right.
Because C.J. Abrams has him by about 10 RBIs on the Nationals, and Kyle Schwarber.
He has him by 3 RBIs.
Does he have him 3? Okay. It was like 7 or something. But I don't think it's really hard to do, and it's really hard to stay consistent for 162 games, and knowing Yordan, he's going to have a little bit of a slump.
Unbelievable.
I love Yordan. I wish he got traded.
Unbelievable.
So he's 3 RBIs behind C.J. Abrams, and he's 1 home run behind Schwarber.
And he's like 7 points ahead of Arise. I think that's what it is at the average. So he's that would be incredible if you win that. That's an all-time season right there if you're pulling that off. All right, so Astros there with it. You got the Red Sox we talked about as well. Before I get to the Cubbies here, let's stick with the NL and we'll move on. We'll kind of stay in one area. I kind of wanted to go back to looking a year ahead. What a year makes, as I wrote there. Both the Blue Jays, and the Mariners have really fallen off. Obviously the Blue Jays, it's not like they're having a Angels type of season, but they're right. They're just been disappointing. Guerrero just went on the IL again with concussion. The Mariners are 57 and 66. I think I sent you a text, Logan, you and Josh the other day, where it was like 60 home runs on the year, 51 hits, or 60 home runs last year. He has 51 hits this year. I think he's maybe got a few more since I sent that to you. And let's be honest, last year's ALCS was a damn good one. It was a really good ALCS. That last game was as good as you get in the Game 7. What is the reason and who is the blame? Where do you want to go with that, Logan? Like, who's for the Blue Jays? Is it as simple as Guerrero? The Mariners as simple as Cal? Your 2 studs just not having the same year. What do you think, Logan?
I think the Blue Jays, it was plagued by a lot of injuries. They had a couple of guys who they were kind of counting on. I can't remember who they got from that Korean baseball league to be a pitcher, but he got
the hitter too.
I
think they hit a hitter from Japan too. Yeah,
Okasawa or something.
Yep.
He's really good. Might be rookie of the year actually. He was really good. Vladdy not hit it still. I don't think he still has a home run at home yet.
No,
and he just went on the injured list. And so,
remember we did that bet earlier in the year, like would he have more than 25 home runs or something like that, or 30 like that? What's he got right now? He's got 7 homers, man. Something's not right. Something's not right.
Yeah, Joshua Baez is already halfway to catching him after 1 game. I saw that comment by a Cardinals fan. That made me laugh.
Luis Arias has 4 hits. He might get faster than Vladdy this year. That's great.
But I think they just I think that team is getting a little older, which is kind of weird. I think even though they were better off without Bo Bichette, they kind of needed someone to pick up that slack. And I don't know if Ernie Clement or who's that other guy? Is it not Peralta? Anyways, man, I can't even remember.
Varsho? They haven't had. The one thing with the Blue Jays, the biggest thing is like I said last year, their offense was really competitive. Like every at bat was hard. Their stats right now are like you're playing at Giant Stadium bad. Like it's their offensive numbers are just not there. It's really bad. Like You have their home run list is Okamoto, like you said, at the 24, Springer at 12, Clement at 9. Like those are your top 3 home run guys. You ain't winning many games when that's the case on offense, especially in the AL East. Like it's just not going to happen. Somehow they're only still 4 games under 500. Like to their credit, their pitching's been enough, and they've got enough clutch hits. But just from the beginning of the year, they haven't been there. From the beginning, the juice hasn't been there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, yeah, and George Springer probably is on his way out, and I mean, he's been plagued by injuries, obviously. So, yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, you look at the team on paper and they're supposed to be good. They have a lot of good players on there, but they just need to, like, it's just not mashing together. And I don't want to get, like, I honestly don't think Bo Bichette was the reason. I think him going away was the greatest thing, but they should have replaced him with someone, a shortstop.
It's funny that you bring Bo up because, you know, I look at it 2 ways with him. I when you have guys that are homegrown like that and they leave, I hear what you're saying. Like it's not like you wanted to pay him $200. I get that.
Yeah,
but he would have been much more effective on that franchise. You know what I mean? Just stay with them. You know, in Guerrero, the team knows you. Maybe this year he does step up for Guerrero and he plays better. Like you took away a bat that was pretty big part of your team in the playoffs, Tyler. Like a pretty big team in part of your team with Bo Bichette. And it's just been a dramatic fall off. I want to get your takes too on the Blue Jays, Tyler, but if I shift to the Mariners a little too, what's your thoughts on them?
Let me start with the Blue Jays first.
Yeah.
Bo Bichette. I think the Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero, like friendship can't go underappreciated. Like enough. They've known each other since they were kids with their dads playing in Colorado. They're not playing in Colorado.
I'm playing the pros, yeah.
Playing in the pros together. They came up together. Bo Bichette was not worth $200 and whatever you got from the Mets. Absolutely not. Springer has fallen off. And if Vladdy's going to hit 7 home runs, you don't have a chance. Like your team you're built around Vladimir Guerrero in the middle of the order. As far as Seattle goes, I mean, you look back at Seattle like 3 years ago where they had that GM issue where they weren't calling guys up and it came out and like that they weren't going to call them up. And it became this big like negative MLB story about how they're screwing over their players. And you just wonder, like, is that maybe 1 year you can get over that hump of being a World Series type team, and then you still have that leadership that isn't all about winning, and it's about saving money and doing what you're doing. And they tried to go with a 6-man rotation this year. It's just, the Seattle Mariners as a front office and as a franchise, I just don't trust. They've never held on to guys. They've never, and then obviously the Cal Raleigh fall off from going from 60 home runs to 51 hits, and we're in the middle of August now, August 15th. It's just been bad. Obviously, they have starting pitching that's very talented in Gilbert, in Bryce Miller, and Wu. But they just haven't performed to the level they had to, and I feel like they've been put under this unfair with their front office, kind of looking to rebuild and trade away guys at a deadline when you were just in the ALCS just a year ago. Like, obviously, they haven't performed to the ability they could.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like a franchise that's ever going to go all in. They're always half in, half out.
My thoughts real quick on the Mariners, and I'll get to you, Logan, and finish it up on them and the Blue Jays is, they made some big trades at the deadline last year that helped them kind of get over the top. The one thing I would say they, to me, are more disappointing than the Blue Jays is the division they're in is just what an opportunity. I mean, like, you're not in a powerful division. You just got to be around 500 right now and you're in it. They're 9 games under right now and you're not in it. And then just real quick on Toronto, Guerrero had 8 home runs in the postseason last year. 8. So he's on, you know what I mean? Like, we had 8 home runs. Springer had 4 in that postseason alone. So you're just getting out that performance that you had right there. Logan, your thoughts to wrap up this Mariners Blue Jays thing here?
Yeah, so it's funny. Like, I was talking about Bo Bichette, you know, it was better that they didn't get Bo Bichette. I think with the Mariners, they missed out on re-signing Eugenio Suarez. They kind of had Brendan Donovan going to be their third baseman, but he was injured for a couple months. And Brendan Donovan is good, but he's not Eugenio Suarez. And Eugenio Suarez had 50 home runs last year to go on top of Rowley's 60. And I think the thing with Rowley is that, you look at this lineup, you have J-Rod, he's not anything, he's not the superstar level guy that we thought he was going to be. You have Randy Arozarena, who's awesome, who's been awesome this year, but he's only had 16 home runs. I think, pitchers are just not pitching to Cal Rowley. And there are other issues too. Like it's
51
not just
hits. That's a bigger issue than just that. Yeah.
But when you're the only big bat in that lineup, it's a lot easier to pitch to you at that part. So I think they could have used Gino Suarez and then put, Brendan Donovan at second base. Well, Cole Young has been really good, but anywhere in that lineup. And so, I think that was kind of their big issue. They have really good on base percentage. They're doing really well. They don't have any power in that lineup, which they were expecting J-Rod, Arozarena, and Rowley to be. Their rotation, Logan Gilbert has kind of fallen off in the second half. But, no one else has been really that great.
It's been a rough year for those teams, man. Been a rough year.
So, and I think, and you're going to laugh at me for saying this, their defense is just not as great. And so, which is why they brought Brendan Donovan in.
Well, I know, Josh. I'm just asking, what the – no, it's good. You're going to go defense here. It's a bit – I just thought, go to a little AL with it. You have the Mariners who – it was a great ALCS last year. It was kind of fun because it was two teams that haven't really been there in a while.
Yeah.
And Tyler, I would say they had some really good – they had some studs in the ALCS last year. You had some, real, the Mariners were literally, 5 outs away from making the World Series. They were right there with it. And, that Springer ends up breaking their heart. And it's kind of funny because, Tyler, you brought up the Mariners couldn't recover after that loss. Maybe the Blue Jays the same effect in some ways as well with the World Series loss too. So there is maybe some similarities with those two teams. The Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong, we talked about him a lot last week. He looks like he's to be challenging here for the NL MVP with Ohtani. They're only 3 out of the Brewers. They've been an up and down team as well in terms of big swings, little swings there. They've had a couple 10-gamers go both ways. They sit 21 games over 500, now 20 after today's game at 72 and 52. They're now 10-4 since August. Like I said, the rotation, it's kind of got a weird mix to me. You got your Holmes, who was really good last night, Gausman, Cabrera, Boyd, Imanaga, Peterson. So they have depth at the starting, pitching spots. The offense, Tyler, you've been on here before, and you said you feel great about the offense. This isn't the World Series. This is the Brewers right here. Because I think we all thought the Brewers had this baby wrapped up. Do you think the Cubs can surprise us and pull this out? What do you think, T?
No, I still like the Cubs. I think the hotter it gets in October and September, that Wrigley's going to open up. It's going to become more of a home run field, as we've seen in previous years. The pitching staff is good. It's a ground ball pitching team. You have Nico Horner, Alex Beckman, Peter PCA, Michael Busch, Ian Happ, Suzei Suzuki. I just think their lineup's better than the Brewers. The Brewers do have a good lineup. They have more of a general mentality of cohesiveness, but the Cubs maybe can be off and on a little more streaky, where the Brewers are going to be – they're never going to go on an 8-game losing streak.
Yeah.
I just believe in the Cubs hitting. They're pitching. Imaga, he's been tipping pitches, supposedly, I've seen on some videos. Rhea, Boyd, it leaves a little bit more to be desired as the season goes on. The stuff isn't all that great outside of Amaga, but I love that lineup, especially hitting in Wrigley. We'll see. I haven't looked into the schedule and who they played down the stretch compared to the Brewers, but just playing in Wrigley with that lineup is scary.
I mean, and the one thing too is I feel like they're a confident group right now. I feel like they're kind of gaining more confident as the year's going on a little bit. Whatever you want to say about Bregman, he brings a little something to the table there a little bit.
Especially in October.
Yeah, there's something there with him. Suzuki.
And one last thing about the Cubs.
Yeah.
They're all coming into their, prime. Their age prime, at least. Maybe it's not their production prime, but their age is all, lined up for this year, next year. Bregman's at the end of it, obviously, but the rest of them, Swanson, Horner, TCA, it seems like, okay, they can get hot for 2 months and just pull this thing out. Where the Brewers are still a little younger. They do have some studs on it, maybe even more high-end talent with Trang and Torino. It's going to be, would I bet on the Cubs over the Brewers? It's going to be a dogfight. But I do give the Cubs give
him a chance. Give him a chance there. I think. Yeah, no, it's an interesting kind of, and then, the Brewers obviously beat the Cubs last year in the postseason. So it's kind of interesting to see the Cubs are, what I give the Cubs credit for is they're not folding, Logan, where it's now they're 7 games. They sit 7 games behind. And the Brewers aren't playing bad baseball. They're still, they're right there with one of the best records. And the Cubs are pushing them. I think it's almost good for the Brewers, too, that the Cubs are pushing them a little bit, too. So, I don't know. What do you got to make of the Cubbies and that NL Central there?
Yeah, I like them. They definitely revamped their rotation. Imanaga was is still their big.
He bounced
boy.
Back from last year, though. He's been so much better this year.
Yeah, and then they got Clay Holmes, who's been really good for them. Kevin Gausman, who had a good outing when he started. I think he's only had 1 start with them. Edward Cabrera should be coming back. They need him to be good. Matthew Boyd, he's fine. But Justin Steele, he's going to be coming back sometime this month, I believe. You watch, that's going to be the one that's out for the rest of the season. But, he's been really good, or he's going to be, great for them when he comes back. PCA being the runner-up in MVP, Seiya Suzuki, who's been awesome for them. They're really good. Do I trust them more than the Brewers? Probably not. They got a lot of really good hitters and Dansby Swanson. So, but I think it's going to be once we get to the playoffs. I think it's going to be anyone's game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting with them, where we're at. I feel like we're gonna definitely talk about them more, but they kind of been on my mind this week a little bit, and it's kind of fun to see Pete Crow Armstrong, I think, push for the MVP a little bit. I kind of like that part of the year for me. That's been a good for me. It's kind of been entertaining to watch a little bit here. All right, before I get into a little lineup thing here, I just want to give a little update here. Saturday afternoon, we're watching our Variety Sports Network. Got Tyler McGurk with me. Logan Stone here in 7th inning. Giants over the Rockies 7-1. Blue Jays over the Yankees 4-1. Cardinals 8-4 over the Cubs. White Sox 4-3 over the Tigers in a big AL Central matchup there. And you got the Nationals up 4-3, and the Rays and Orioles just getting started right here on a Saturday.
Scored one.
We did score one. We're talking about we're talking about building an A's Cardinals lineup just because it was our own team with it. So we thought we'd have a little fun with it, Logan. What would be your A's all-time lineup if you were to build a team? What would be your starting lineup with it? And then I'll give you
I had so much fun with this. I don't know where I got this idea. I was like, you know what? I need to figure out, because they have a lot of good studs from the old days. So I need to figure it out. What do you want me to start with? You want me to start with the lineup, or do you want me to start with rotation? Where do you want me to go there, buddy?
Give me the lineup. Give me the light up there. Give me the light up there. I want you to give me the light up. That's what I want. Yeah, and the A's do have a lot of great players there. And if you bring up Jimmy Fox, I'm gonna slap in you in the face. But let's see what we got here. Let's see what you got if you bring up Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
You know Jimmy Fox is on this list.
So the number one, my leadoff guy is none other than Ricky Henderson, left fielder.
I thought it was Mark Ellis for sure. All right, you're good. That's a good start. That's a good
Honestly, I really tried to put him into this list. I was like, oh, Mark Ellis would be so awesome. But anyways, my number two is right fielder Reggie Jackson. I didn't know how much pushback I would get on that one because, like, do you remember him as a A?
No, man.
No,
I was like,
yeah.
I was bored. I was.
Well,
no. He was with the Yankees when he was born.
Yeah, no.
I remember it was an A. I mean, he won 3 straight World Series with the A. So he's an important A. Like, there's no doubt about it. His numbers retired. He's all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my first baseman, this one was really hard. I had to spend a couple minutes on this one. Mark McGwire. I had to put him there as my
so he's batting fourth.
He's 3.
Okay, batting 3 for you.
And then my DH is batting cleanup is Jason Giambi.
Okay.
That one was hard because I had to choose between him and Jose Canseco.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know if you would be okay with that because you're very anti-druggy. So
I have a lot of Jose. I have like 9 Jose Canseco bobbleheads in my house.
Who'd you have at first base? Did you not name your first base for that?
My first baseman was Mark McGwire.
Big Mac was that first.
Okay.
My number 5 at third base, Jimmy Fox.
And move him at third. All right. Okay.
I did move him at third.
All right, we'll give him.
I wanted him as my catcher, but then I found somebody else. Okay, I'll ask you later why you don't like Jimmy Fox, but okay.
No, I'm just messing with you. He's a Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well, I had to. They've been like 7 states in like the past 100 years. So
that is true. That is true.
My number 6 playing shortstop is none other than Miguel Tejada.
Good choice.
Woot woot, our boy.
Good choice.
And then second baseman Eddie Collins. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Boo.
I've heard of Collins Mix, but I haven't heard of it.
Great alcoholic beverage.
Collins Mix. We're not going Eddie though. All right. Who do you have as catcher?
I have. Well, hold on. My center fielder is Al Simmons.
Yep. He used to be an announcer for the Asian Giants.
Big gay.
My catcher is Mickey Cochran.
What did you call me? I don't appreciate it. So we got 2/3 of the A's, or 1/3 of the A's lineup is 1950 and less, right? So we got.
Let's see, 1906 to 1917 or 1925, 1925 to 1937, and so you
only have one player from the 70s.
Inch and 3/4.
I had to. I had to get these guys. I mean, these guys were they were pretty good actually.
Dizzy Dean's definitely on the Cardinals all-time lineup. We know Dizzy's coming out. Cardinals
he's in the rotation. So my rotation: Catfish Hunter, Vita Blue, Lefty Grove, Dave Stewart, and Barry Zito. That bastard.
And no Tim Hudson.
I wanted to, but I felt like Dave Stewart belonged there more.
Stewart definitely does over the
It's between Zito and Hudson, the guys.
Catfish Hunter would definitely be on there, no doubt about it. Vita Blue would definitely be on there.
Did you have Lefty Grove?
I did. He's my third.
Big Lefty.
If we didn't have Lefty on there.
So I had my setup as Raleigh Fingers and my closer as Dennis Eck.
A's have had some good players. A's have had some good.
Yeah. I was actually fighting. I was trying to figure out if I should have Raleigh as my closer.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with you on that either.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people just underestimate the A's winning 3 in a row. I mean, we just weren't
Right.
around then. Like,
Yeah.
Tyler? Like, even in the Bay Area here, that team was probably disrespected more than it should have been. Like, it just, it was just the A's. But like, other than Yankees, no other teams won 3 World Series in a row. So it's kind of crazy to think about. And they beat some good teams. They beat some really good teams in the World Series that were supposed to beat them. I would go, just to kind of be fun here, a little different. I'd go Ricky Henderson, 1, no duh. I'm going to throw a little different center fielder approach. He was short-lived with the A's, but God, he was good with the A's. Was Dave Henderson. He was very good with the A's. He reborn with Oakland Athletics. He had some clutch hits with them along the way, and he was a great defender with them. 3, it's Reggie. There's no doubt. Reggie, as much as I never got to see him play, it's just the stats alone with Reggie. Jose would be next for me as the other right fielder. I don't have Jose on the lineup, though. Jose would be there. I have Mark McGwire batting 4. I have Tejada batting 5. And I would probably go with Giambi over Canseco as the DH. I probably would keep going. Giambi had some great years that I personally saw, just kind of like my vibe with the team. I would go with here right there.
Hey, you're a big A's fan. Let me interrupt you. You'd rather have Tejada up in a big situation than Giambi? Like, just your personal.
Just want to keep it'd be bad.
He was a better A to you, Tejada.
I think he's my favorite A of all time. So maybe there's some there's some of that with me with Miguel Tejada. Tejada. That was the A's chant back in the day. I'm gonna go Terry Steinbach at catcher. It'd be my catcher there.
No Sal Fasano love.
No Sal.
Sal
gosh, this was third base. I know my dad's era is taking Sal Bando. Well, he probably should be the third baseman. I would lean Eric Chavez still just because of the defense alone there. Cardi Lanford would be high on my list too. Cardi would be the next guy. Donaldson, gosh, you're just so short-lived. That was the only problem with him at third. Like, I really would want to put him there, but it just wasn't. We didn't get his prime years. Toronto got his prime years.
Yeah.
It should have been us, but they got his prime years. And then I would put Mark Ellis at second base. I'll put him batting 9th there.
Would you really?
Base. He's going in the A's Hall of Fame in 2 weeks. So he's going there. Actually, that's the tickets I have games too. So I'm going to we're going to that one with Mark Ellis and a couple other A's. Dave Henderson's getting recognized into there too. So it'll be fun to go to that.
So no Big Mac in your lineup?
No, McGwire was 4.
Oh, it was your first.
Yeah,
okay.
If I know he didn't play second base for the A's, but he moved to second base later. Would you rather have Simeon than Ellis? As far as this production, I know he didn't play second base for the A's. Off, but he did play second base in his career and was very good.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's legal in what you guys are building here.
I mean, he moved Jimmy Fox to third, for God's sakes. Yeah, I mean, we can do.
My dad got mad at me. Because he was like, he's a first baseman. I'm like, well, Mark McGwire and Jason Giambi are first baseman also. And I can't do
this. Jose at second. I put Jose at second. Let's see him try to
wait, hold on. Jimmy Fox was a third baseman also. So
McGwire at short. Let's say Jose at second. What we got there? A little do over there.
It's going to be 200 to not 190 with how that defense will be, but
I mean, the A's haven't won a World Series obviously for a long time, but they have great players that have played for them, and they've always drafted well. They've developed usually pretty well over the years. They just never hung on to these guys. So it is what it is. I mean, Matt Olson's a damn good player too. He's not better than some of these guys we mentioned, but they've had a lot of good players in there. You mentioned Simeon, they've had these random guys that have been pretty good for a period of time. So,
so your rotation. You said you put Tim Hudson over Zito.
I mean, it'd be lefty because I haven't seen the man, but I mean, Hudson's high up. Hudson he was a really good pitcher for the A's. I think the A's got some of his best years early on. He was really good. So it's hard for me not to want to put him on that list. But he did come up a little short in the postseason. And that was just the reality of the situation too. He had some really good ones. The A's offense couldn't come through for him either. But it just came up a little short in the postseason for me, which was always the big dagger. But it's such a short run. Like, maybe if he gets another 5 years with the A's, maybe the story's a little different if these guys get that run there with them. So I was trying to think.
Who's your closer?
It's Eck for me. It's Eck. Yeah. No, it's Eckersley. He'd be there with it. And so it's the manager. I guess Dick Williams, is that the guy we're gonna go with? Even though I didn't see him. I didn't see him. It's Tony.
It's Tony. It's
Tony.
It's funny. Maka. Like I always forget like the overlap that we have. Like Eck spent 2 years with the Cardinals. I mean, he's not known with the Cardinals, but I always liked him with the Cardinals. And I mean, Mark obviously, and then Tony.
Yep.
Miguel Tejada never went to the Cardinals, unfortunately, even though I wanted him.
Shame.
Mark Ellis, who's going to be wearing a red jacket soon, I'm sure, too. And
Mark Ellis will be wearing a red jacket. It'll be everybody with it. That was kind of fun. So I'm going to do the Cardinals one next week. We should do this with teams every once in a while. Yeah, T?
Yeah. Just one more question about the A's. Obviously, I mean, the Tony La Russa, Jimmy Dugan from a league of their own drug ideologies matches up. But would you at catcher, how long would it take Shea to catch? Because that's probably the weakest position, I would say. Like, I mean, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you came back.
He still was an A for a long time. He was still there for like almost a decade.
So Shea would have, because
Scott Hadberg
never had a year like Shea had last year, or even like the half year. Obviously got hurt, which slowed him down. But
no,
could Shea pass him? Like, what are the odds he passes him? You give him 10%, 15%?
I give it 5. I just don't think. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be with the A's that much longer. I really don't. I don't think the A's are going to hold on to him. That's just. I mean, if you're already talking about trading him this year, it doesn't give me much caught. Ramon Hernandez would honestly be the next guy in my lifetime I'm thinking of as the next best catcher. Like, he didn't have any. I mean, he made the All-Star team a couple times with the A's, right? Like, that would be the next guy on my list. But I mean, Terry Steinbach at the end of the day played 11 years with the A's. He ended up with 132 home runs with the A's. Yeah, Shea has a little ways to go to be able to pass Steinbach. And you got to win, Tyler, right? You got to be able to win a little bit at the same time too.
Steinbach got that.
And he had some. Yeah, he had some good runs in the playoffs there too. So I think that's the longevity of those. And the catcher was asked to do a whole lot of different things back then than they are too now. And he was the catcher of a great pitching staff. I think for me, he would be number one still in that group. I was looking up? What's the most home runs he had this season? He had 35 home runs in 1996. Maybe he got a hold of Mark that year. You got a hold of Mark that year. We got Mark. What do you got? Get me the good stuff. We're gonna go there. So I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Do you guys want to hear about Mickey Cochran and Eddie Collins at all?
What do you mix Eddie
A
Collins?
mobster,
a little tequila, a little rum?
So Eddie Collins, the greatest second baseman in A's history, had 3,315 hits. He played in the early 1900s, so he only had 47 home runs. He had a 424 on base percentage career.
What was his average? What was his average off the bat miles per hour? What was his average?
A lot of spectators said that it came off 200 miles an hour. No. And then 853 on OPS. Mickey Cochran had a 419 career on base percentage. He played for like 20 years too. And a 897 OPS. And he had 1,652 hits. So, and then Al Simmons, greatness. Okay.
So literally 100 years ago. That's what we're at. Like literally that's a Logan Stud brings to the table. People wake up.
I loved fanboying over your team. So, because you know why? Because I'm a big A's fan. Thank you very much. You put some respect on my team's name. And Tyler, if I had known that you were going to be on, I would have made a Giants lineup too.
That's what we'll do that.
My catcher would not be Buster Posey, though. It would be Travis Ishikawa because of his
You
crap.
move him to catcher.
He caught 0 games, but I think he had potential.
I think Will Clark at catcher next week.
He single-handedly broke my heart in 2014. So
where would Zito be? The number 1 ace?
Number 1.
No.
You don't have anybody else.
It's got to be Lincecum.
Bumgarner.
You think Bumgarner? I was thinking Matt
Bumgarner's
Cain.
number 1.
Marichal.
2014.
Zito at 4. Was Walter Johnson a Giant?
Senator.
He was, but
I thought that was Walter Matheson was a Giant.
you're right. Yeah.
Walter Johnson was he was a senator, a Washington senator. That's what
was he?
Yeah, thank you for that 7-hour documentary. I've seen it.
Tyler, next week I'll do a Giants.
Location, Field of Dreams. It happened again. Last week it was. This week you said it was Phillies and Twins 7-1. Nothing there. Logan texts me, goes, the Royals and Red Sox are in it. I go, how the heck did the Royals get in this thing? I was like, how did the Royals end up in this Field of Dreams over there with it? Where would you? I said Alcatraz, Tyler. That'd be fun to have them play a game and build a stadium at Alcatraz. That would be unreal. The wind would be unbelievable out there.
The in between innings, like little come throughs with like The Rock, like movie The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Some of the I'll try my best. Losers try their best. Winners go home and the prom queen. I don't know. You can have some good things on.
I still gotta watch that movie. I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Rock?
Never seen The Rock.
Oh my goodness, that's such a great movie.
All right,
Welcome to The Rock.
It's exciting from start to finish. There's no slow.
You need to watch The Rock and then watch videos about how it's actually a sequel to Sean Connery's James Bond movies.
Okay,
it's awesome. It's awesome. They're like, it's actually a sequel to James Bond, and I'm like, yes, please. Anyways,
Logan, you were saying the Sandlot is where you would you'd want something like that, like no fans. They're basically just on a dirt field. These guys played.
Yeah, like I mean, standing room only.
The beast.
I barely 8,000 people allowed in there. Standing room only. Like they're wearing jeans, blue jeans. They're gonna hate me for saying that because they're gonna like be running for 5 minutes and already have like a jock itch. And then like the baseball tees.
The baby powder out.
No cups allowed.
No cups allowed. No cups allowed. So you have the Sandlot as your spot. Any other spot come to your mind for you?
I don't know. Like, yeah, I think making small things like more ground level, like maybe go like I wish that teams had preserved their old ballparks.
Yeah,
like
Tiger Stadium would be cool to do again.
Like in Texas, like the Rangers still have the old Texas Rangers Stadium, and it's right across the street from the new one.
Yeah,
and I was like, how cool would it be if like the A's still could play at the Coliseum?
They could if they wanted to. It's still there.
They could. Or like if like the Mets could play at Shea Stadium one more time, or the Cardinals. So that was something I was thinking was like, how cool would it be to like go to a Sportsman Park or rebuild the Polo Grounds? That's what I want actually.
That'd be sick. Yeah. Coney Island. We go to Coney Island.
Yeah.
We get some hot dogs out there. The Polo Ground, that if I was ever doing a video game, right? And you could pick your own stadium you're playing in.
Yeah.
Like we picked that one probably the most. Like is like right, Tyler, is like a random like classic stadium. Because it's like you can hit the ball 20 feet to right field and get a homer. And then I remember we always tried so hard to hit it to center field. We like almost purposely threw fastballs to each other, like right down the middle, just to see if we could get a ball like over center field. Somehow over there. And then if you hit it to right center or left center, my favorite part was like the bullpen was in the field, like way out there, like right center, left center. They didn't even have anything out there. Tyler, is there any random spot that you would pick a kind of a stadium or anything like that?
No, I was thinking where they played the League of Their Own championship game. It's at some field called Bosie Field in Evans Field, Indiana.
That can be
you
where
look, you look at the stadium, it's literally a complete circle. Like there's not, like the whole like like foul territory. It's just like one big circle, and it's in Evansville, Indiana, Selective Stadium, and it hosted the League of Their Own. I don't know. I was trying to find something real quick because I wasn't prepared for this at all. So
that can be where the women play, where they have the what was it, the psycho opera singers doing the National League or the national anthem.
Oh yeah, no, for the
you could get Rosie O'Donnell out there in the 7th inning stretch. One more.
Gina Davis couldn't go because it'd be too hot and her plastic surgery would melt.
It would melt it down. It'd be interesting.
Can she still do the splits?
We do the splits. Man, it'd be interesting to think of some like landmarks where you can play. There's a few out there, like on the beach, like I said, an island or something like that. You do it out something kind of random like that on the spot. Real quick, Tyler, any chance Tigers win the AL Central?
No. I think that. I mean, there's a chance, but
I mean, come on. Like, if you had to be bold here,
no, I'm saying no.
No chance. Logan, any life? Or they're completely dead?
I wouldn't say they're completely dead. I mean, they have nothing going for them, but
that's a good sign.
They do play in the AL Central.
But I mean, it's the White Sox and the Guardians with the Twins behind them. So I mean,
yeah,
there's not like too much to overcome.
You put $100 on them to win it?
No, I wouldn't put any. I would never put money on the AL Central.
So it's the White Sox, right? It's the White Sox to win the division. That's where your favorite is.
I kind of like the Guardians, but like quotations over like, as in like, I like them more than nail in the thumb. But
hey, what happened to the All-Star? I thought we used to rotate between AL and AL. Now with the Giants getting the All-Star game in 2028, the Cubs with no lockout get it next year. That's going to be 4 straight years since the NL. We had the Braves, the Phillies, the Cubs, and the Giants. That's 4 straight years of NL parks. We have to go back to the Rangers, I think, hosting the last one, the All-Star game before that, where we had that a beautiful national anthem too before the home run derby there. But Tyler, are you excited about it being? I mean, I would be down to go. I mean, I'm going to try to get think Connecticut, and I would love to go to the home run derby. Probably even more than the All-Star game. I think I would enjoy going to the home run. What's your thoughts of it being back in the Bay Area for the first time since 2006, I believe?
I mean, am I excited? I think it's good for the Bay Area as a whole. I think they deserve it. It's a beautiful stadium. I think it's a great park that represents baseball well. No one's going to go there and be like, why was it held here? Like, it's a great stadium. It's in a perfect location. Obviously, traffic gets a little heavy, but I feel like that's all baseball stadium if it gets busy. I think it's a great spot for baseball. I'm surprised it's only been there twice with, like, the reputation that stadium has as far as, like, where it ranks among all-time best stadiums right now. So,
Bob Nightingale just said it's one of the more overrated stadiums of all. But that's going to be save that for Fat Boy tomorrow, though. But would you want to get to the home run derby
to get clicks?
Yeah,
like, you got it. Like, what are we talking about? Why is it overrated? It has what? Like, what's the negativity about it? There is.
I don't know. Tyler, give me
at times. The pigeons. You got to deal with the pigeons.
You do have to deal with the seagulls there at night. You got to give me the home run derby. Give me that right field spot randomly where nobody wants, and I can see the ball. Let's get 7 lefties in the home run derby. That's what we want. Like. What was it like? I think Prince Fielder was in it that one year. Disappointed. There was a lot of right. I think Vladimir ended up winning the.
Bring Barry back.
Bring Barry back for 1 year at that. So I thought that was funny that they have it in the All-Star game there too. And then Logan, feel free to make a comment on that. But then the Nats move Abrams to second, kind of a 91 homers. You suck at short, buddy. We're moving you to second. Like, I found that interesting too. They're moving him to second base because he leads the league in errors. Any 2 cents? Maybe that's why teams didn't want to trade for him.
Yeah. I mean, so they have this guy coming up next year, Seaver King, who's a shortstop. So they may be trying to get Abrams some reps at second because they also have this Eli Willits guy who's their number one prospect.
Yep. Make him more tradable.
So, yeah, I think they're just trying to see if he can play second baseman or they need to change that Eli Willits guy to second base or the Seaver guy. I think that's kind of – I don't think it's anything. I think it's just seeing what CJ could do. And then as far as the Giants, it's weird. I for the longest time, I thought they just had a rotation of all-star games. Like one
They
year
used
it
to.
was and like so I've been waiting till 2039 for the Cardinals to finally get the all-star game again, and I don't even know if that's going to be possible. So because I saw like another team hasn't had one in like 45 years or something. Maybe it was the A's.
I know the A's. I think the A's hosted in like 1987. I think that's the last time they hosted an all-star game. Was the last one. I'm trying to look up when the Cardinals hosted and last time hosted.
2009.
Okay, so that so it's not that long. That's less than 20 years. You have 30 teams in the big leagues,
right?
We'll see where. Yeah, I think the Royals kind of have been in that mix recently. I think the Twins were even in there at some point. And what do they hold over? It's like the people at the Super Bowl now, right? You get a new stadium, we'll give you the All-Star. It's got a lot of that now with this too. Diaz for the Dodgers, he's been struggling a little bit against the save last night. He came in the other day against the Brewers and blew the game against them. It took off Andrews and Javon's head last night. He literally literally at his head. Thank God he was able to get his left shoulder up. Diaz just threw a laser at his head last night, but he's been struggling for them as well. Hunter Green goes out as well for the Reds. He looks like he's out for a whole another year, maybe year and a half after his second Tommy John surgery. And then was it Ashcroft that threw the 9 innings, 85 pitches, 10 strikeouts, shutout for the Pirates as well. And then I just want my last diamond note is the Mariners might be sucky, but I did like their 50 anniversary thing. They did a lot of good stuff that week. I saw on my the home run derby from former players, just kind of bringing some stuff out. I'm a big fan of this time of year when they kind of do that with a lot of people. They kind of start to celebrate their past. So I thought that was kind of cool too. But any of those little notes for you, T, kind of want to hit on it all?
I mean, the Dodgers, obviously, as a Giants fan, their one weakness is the bullpen. At times will slack, and Edwin Diaz was a big addition this offseason. We'll see if it rears its ugly head in the playoffs. I still feel like they're the favorites, obviously. I think everyone does, but he could cost them a World Series, and it will be interesting to see how he pitches in October because his stuff has always been 100+ with a nasty slider and great closer, and he just hasn't had it this year. And if it costs him a World Series, he'll hear about it, and it'll be a long-lasting it'll be worse than his domestic violence in Toronto.
And you're so happy to hear about that.
It gives me hope.
It sucks about Hunter Green, though.
No, yeah, Hunter Green. I mean, this is why I don't understand why teams don't pitch pitchers when they're young. Like, they're going to get hurt. They're going to get Tommy John at some point. You might as well use them while they're effective. Why
the Reds babying him.
Strasburg, back when he was we're going to baby him. He's not going to pitch in the playoffs. Oh, he has to get Tommy John the next year and a half anyway. Just let the guys who, obviously it's money. They want to stay healthy for that first contract, but it's just frustrating to watch these young, dominant guys with the great stuff just always go down with Tommy John. And then it's not rare for it to happen a second time.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Chase Burns now in Cincinnati. Yeah. Is he on his way to a Tommy John? Would you bet against him getting Tommy John in the next year and a half?
Well, I kind of would. We're starting to hear things about Skeens, right? A little bit.
Kurt Schilling came out and said he saw stuff early in his career where he's he's going to be slowing down in a couple of years. Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20.
I mean, that's another big story. Logan's, the Skeens thing getting pulled after 6. His velocity's obviously going down. It's just that it's not just a little bit. It's pretty way down right now. I threw a lot at you. Any of those points you kind of want to hit on, Logan?
Let's see. There was one thing that you said. Hunter Green. It's funny. I sent you that thing that said he had Tommy John surgery, and then I saw another headline that said he's retiring, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I realized it was a parody account making fun of him for having it's sad that he's having Tommy John surgery.
You worried about Diaz at all too? You worried about Diaz if you were the Dodgers?
I don't know.
That was the one I was curious with you.
They probably don't care. They're probably like, I mean, the regular season is not something they care about, so they only care when it comes to the playoffs. So, I mean, are they gonna give him the 9th inning on a one-run game? Probably not.
Yeah.
Who do they go to though?
I have no idea.
Roki?
That was who I was thinking. Like,
it's gonna be him. They just paid him too much money, right? They just paid him too much until he really
one blown playoff game. They're not gonna go back to him.
Tanner Scott, I guess.
Yeah. You don't think?
Boobich.
Yeah.
Boobs.
9 innings, 10 Ks, 85 pitches. That's a hell of a start. That is workman-like numbers right there. That's as good as it gets in terms. I think he's the first player to ever throw 85 pitches or less and go a complete game with 10 Ks. That's pretty damn good. And you know what I was thinking too is how good of a season the Brewers are having, and how crappy of a season Yelich has had. I mean, really bad season. Like minus WAR at this point. Like not even like a productive player for him right now. And he's just been terrible. He's been awful for him. They're still figuring it out. Maybe that's just why they're like, we're not trading anybody. We're not trading. We've got too many guys that like he's not playing well enough or something like that. So I don't know. Just kind of some interesting diamond notes this week. I felt like kind of around the big leagues.
Yeah, Yelich is.
He's been bad.
That $215 million contract is.
Maybe it was decent last year, but you're right. He struggled a little bit before that.
He's just a streaky guy.
Yeah, he was MVP like 2 straight years. Like it was him and Bellinger, and then 2020 hit, and he was. I ruined him.
They're both the same type of player. They have these big years, and then they kind of have these years where you're like, "What the heck are you doing out there? You're a bats are terrible."
Hey, he's a major league player, right? So kind of interested there with the diamond notes. I want to get into trivia with you guys here as 7th inning stretch. We'll see where you guys go with it. Let's see this guy was an interesting player for me. Like kind of looking up at some of his stats along the way and some of his trademarks. All right, hit number 1. I played 15 seasons from 2006 to 2020. I'm finishing my career with the Braves. I was an All-Star 1 time, and I was drafted 3 times, twice with the Reds, but then I finally signed with Baltimore as a 7th overall pick. Probably tough hit number 1, but any thoughts on that one?
Adam Jones.
Good guess, but no.
I don't think
Wasn't he a Mariner originally? I feel like he was.
Nick Markakis. Is it Markakis?
That's damn good, Logan Stone. That is damn good after one guess, Tyler. That's in your face on that one right there. That's pretty good. My fascinating thing about him was I remember he started getting like he might make the Hall of Fame because he got to like 2,400 hits, and somebody was like, "Will there ever be 3,000 hits?" I was like, Nick Markakis, he cannot make the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, even with 3,000 hits on the list, Tyler, like he made 2,500. And then I also forgot he passed the great Darren Lewis for the record for most airless games by an outfielder. Lewis had 392. Markakis passed him at 398 straight games as an outfielder without an air. Was the great Nick Markakis along the way there. Only played for 2 franchises. They started with the Orioles, signed with the Braves, and that's all he played with for all that time. Solid player, right? So Logan Stone, impressive on that one. Yeah. Very impressive on that one over there.
I know my Orioles, by golly.
You do know your Orioles. And who retired this week was our first Field of Dreams hero. Who was it that retired this week? Did anybody know who that was? Field of Dreams heroes. Beat the Yankees on the walk-off. Hit the right field. He was a shortstop for the White Sox.
Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson. He was our there with it, and he's going to be our flashback video of the week. kind of a video he probably does not want to remember, though. So,
Oh, not this one.
Safe and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Ramirez went in with a head-first slide. Hosey never gets upset about anything. They came up chewing. Anderson squared off. Hosey decked him. And Tim Anderson was on the wrong side.
Man, the guy literally what announcing? He went from baseball to boxing in like less than
Talk about home run, Hall of Fame announcing.
Talk about a glass kid. That looked like a glancing blow.
Yeah, Mike would have killed him. You know what? That was a crazy night when we saw that video, and it kind of almost seemed like it ruined his career a little bit after that. It kind of he totally dipped after that. Just kind of one of those random plays. He ends up calling it quits here at the end of the year with it. But a lot of good stuff this week. Your boy Baez steps up today with 3 homers as well. Logan Stone. So he's the star of the day. As the Cardinals fans are going to be riding high going into tomorrow. Are they on Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow by chance? I wonder if they are.
Surprised if they weren't.
We got Mizorowski also versus the Dodgers here in a few minutes. That's going to be that'll be the game that's going to be on my TV here in a few minutes. Mizorowski versus the Dodgers here. Anytime he's pitching, Tyler. So that's going to be where we're at with him with it.
Tomorrow it's going to be the Mariners and the Astros.
All right, so not Mariners Blue Jays. That would have been too funny if that was the case. If we went Mariners Blue Jays after our discussion with them on that, but. All good stuff here. A little 7th inning stretch here with you on a Saturday afternoon. Logan Stone, good luck in school next week, my friend. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Welcome back with it.
Can't wait till you come up with my Cardinals lineup. Who would it be? Ducky Joe Medwick.
Dizzy's in there, Ducky's in there, Franklin the Turtle's in there. I don't know who's gonna. Everybody's gonna. We're bringing up everybody.
Willie McGee.
Willie McGee's in there. We're gonna go. Vince Coleman. I'm just gonna go all speed. That's all I'm at. I'm just gonna go Vince Coleman. Maybe does Jay make the lineup? I don't know. Does John Jay make it? We see if John can get the lineup in there. Right there.
John. Don't do a Josh lineup. Don't piss me off.
Hey, who's going to be able to butt the guy from second to third base? That's what I want to do.
Or from first to third. Just going to go first to third. Who's going to? Maybe I'll go with the old Giants catchers, the Cardinals one, just for spite.
Yeah.
Mike Matheny.
We'll go, Mike is the catcher
Travis
for the
Ishikawa.
we'll go Ishikawa there as well. We'll throw out a few names next week on that. Yeah, we'll go with him as well. So we'll throw out a few out there next week for Mr. Logan Stone out there. So, all right. So that was a good show, guys. That was fun. Tyler, thanks for jumping on. Today. Yep. See you guys tomorrow with it for Fat Boy there. But for Logan Stone, Tyler McGurk, I'm Darren Breyer. We'll see you guys next time on 7th Inning Stretch.